my circus 'cause they liked what you do. But it's time to do the twist and turn it onto you. Come with me and I'll take you there. We'll be answering all the prayers. It's a trick, I know it's in there. Baby, I'm being
Phoebe, you've had quite a journey getting to where you are now with your music, and you've spent a bit of time in King's Cross, and you've had a really unique kind of background before pursuing music. Can you tell us a bit about your journey to where you are now?
Yeah, sure. So growing up as a child in Wagga Wagga, I had a big dream. I always wanted to be a singer, and that's always what inspired me and kept me going. You know, I had quite a difficult upbringing. My father suffered from schizophrenia, and he eventually died from that illness, and that's kind of what led me on the wrong path, you know, in the sense that I really sought a way to really deal with my pain, which led me to, you know, working as a dancer in King's Cross for a year when I was really probably too young to be there.
How old were you when you kind of got involved with that?
Just turning 18. So, you know, worked my way in there and was able to, you know, create a lifestyle. But my day was, you know, going to bed at like 8 a.m. in the morning. So I really experienced that dark side, you know, the underground, the nightlife. And then, you know, in my later years, I've also experienced, you know, the business world as well. So it's all been on a journey of being able to support what I really want to say with my heart, which is through my singing. And I'm really glad that I was able to have the experience of seeing the other world, and yes, also the other world, you know, which is in high-rise buildings in the city.
Yeah.
And it all contributes towards, you know, what I really want to say with my music, which is, you know, how important love is in order to survive.
Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So I'd like to share with you a song that's the most important song I've ever written in my life. I dedicate it entirely to my family, including my most beautiful sister, Ali. This is for your family too, Penny. And I'd like to dedicate it to everyone who knows what the most hardcore emotion is in the world. There's a lot of posers out there. There's a lot of musicians that play really tough music thinking that they're really tough. But this is our toughest song, and it's our ballad. I want you to consider that when you hear it. This is a song I wrote for my mother when she'd been there for me. Just before she died. I didn't know she was going to die when I gave it to her, but this is her legacy. So it's a very important song for my family, and I really want to share it with you tonight. Softly spoken, those words of love, I close my eyes. It cuts through time. Heart is open to heaven above, warm in your arms. Close to my heart, if a teardrop should fall, and if you need me at all, nothing you need to do. It's unconditional love. Let's see.
I think coming from an upbringing where, you know, religion was explored, because an actual side effect of schizophrenia is that, you know, the person that's suffering becomes quite religious in a way. And so that was always something that my father explored and was open with his own very interesting interpretations around religion. He, you know, moved us into a Catholic school as young children because that was part of his journey as well. And I have always had a feeling in my heart about what religion is to me, or what God means to me. And that is definitely something which is a main theme of what I explore with my songs and my music. And with singing, singing has to obey the laws of, you know, the universe in order to be able to reach people, you know. when it comes to matter and vibration, energy, that's something that I really have to be in tune with in order to be able to reach people and give them goosebumps.
Yeah.
So that's something that I like to explore for sure. Basically, coming from that underprivileged family, my mother could never afford to buy me singing lessons, so I just wanted to sing so badly. And I got onto Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, being that they're such divas. They're amazing. Their vocal techniques are so awesome. And you can ask my next door neighbour growing up how often I used to sing along to these CDs. And I definitely did, like every day, just practice and practice to Whitney and Mariah. And it wasn't until I was about 16 and I heard about this really heavy band in Wagga called Manticore. And I had a boyfriend at the time who was a guitarist, and he took me down to the pub. We tried to sneak in to see this band, and I'd never heard heavy metal like that before. I'd never seen the heavy metal people before, in their leather vests and these really hot women. And I saw Steve Watts, who's my husband and the guitarist for Heaven the Axe, playing in Manticore. He had footy shorts and his hair was down. He's just riffing like a crazy motherfucker. And I looked at him and I went, "You're the one,"
Really? So it was love at first sight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, it was definitely a moment I never forget. And then from there, my musical taste took a different turn.
Yeah.
It's unconditional love. Let's